Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to Headbangers Closet. Hope everyone's doing well today. This video is going to be a kind of like an emergency video because I just got something in the mail today that I want to show you guys and want to check it out. It was going to be an unboxing video. I started the video, I pretty much got the whole way through, and my phone died, and when I went to look at the actual video, like it actually died maybe like 6 minutes before I thought it did. No getting it back, no splicing things together, so I was like, all right, let's do another one. It was going to be an unboxing video of Metallica's Reload box set. Came today via UPS, and let me tell you, they tried everything in their power not to get this damn thing to me. Really disappointed in what UPS has got going on here in my town. It's a completely different thing that they've had for years, the past Metallica box set, really. So kind of disappointed, but you know what? Doesn't matter. I got it. That's all that matters. So, if you remember my video on the Reload, on Load, it was Metallica's Load, you know, everything including the kitchen sink. So this one is kind of a little more tongue-in-cheek, going along with that same theme. But again, just like Load, I did not look at the track listing or anything on this when I bought it. I knew I was going to buy it when it was released. A buddy of mine texted me and said, hey, they just put it up for sale today. I went to Metallica's website, picked, and bought it. And, for me, it's the live record on these and then the booklet that's worth everything. The other live stuff, the DVDs, the CDs is great. Already have the album, obviously, but it's the live stuff in the book that really does it for me on these box sets. I think Metallica's done an excellent job collecting things from the fans. They've got fans sending in from each era, photos with the band from meet and greets, backstage passes, flyers, promo stuff, you name it, memorabilia, you name it, fans are sending it in. They're putting it all together. If they choose something that you sent in, you get a free one, which I did last time. If you watch that video, there was a picture of me and Jason Newsted from a meet and greet in the book. They gave me a free box set. So this one, like I said, it was going to be an unboxing, but I'm going to go through it again with you guys and show you what's all in it because it's awesome. But my best buddy, Jason, he sent me a text from Europe. He's over there doing the Metallica European tour right now. I think there's a show tomorrow, like in Cardiff, Wales. Anyway, he texted me and said that he was, he's really excited they used something of his. So I'm looking forward to seeing his picture in this book. So let's get right to it. This Reload's box set, just like Load. This one says a whole new kitchen sink. A whole nother kitchen sink. And there's the Reload, and then the track listing, which comes on the back. It says, gonna need a bigger sink. That's all the stuff that's included. All the live stuff, promotional stuff, and whatnot. I'll go through that with you guys. Just bear with me. So, like I said, already opened it and did an unboxing, and then it shit the bed. So, I'm gonna do it again. It's not technically an unboxing, but whatever. There's the box right there. Holding out the kitchen sink. Reload. Pretty cool. Alright, so here it is. This one is 14,312 out of 17,500. Really, really nice. There's the Ninja Star in the back, just like Load. Really good heavy-duty box. I love it. They do an excellent job. Pretty much everything, the packaging, all the way to what's included. All right, obviously you get Load. Just the gatefold on black vinyl. I think you can buy the remastered version, and it's on colored. You've got the album on CD right here. You've got the Memory Remains 7-inch, and this is pretty cool, so check it out. So Load and Reload had those, like, I don't know what you call them, like when you go to the, like I've been. But you know how, like, you see on the TV when people go to, like, the shrink, and like, oh, here's the blotted picture, show me what it is. Well, so that's what they did for Load and Reload, and all the singles had that. But this one was to see James with that green flame guitar. That was a poster for this single. I had that poster on my wall. Probably threw it away. I don't think I have it anymore. This is the back of it. So you get Memory Remains and The Bell Tolls Alive. Haven't heard it yet. Mix. It's a remix from the movie Spawn. That like superhero movie Spawn. That's what from The Bell Tolls. You haven't heard it yet. Mix is from. But there's the Memory Remains 7-inch. And here is the grail of this. Why I bought it. The Live. This is a 3 LP set. Trifold. James and Lars, pull it over here, and you got Kirk and Jason. So it's basically live from the Ministry of Sound in England. So it's live at the Ministry of Sound, London, England, November 13th, 97. So that's right around when the album came out, because they went to America in the summer of '98, which I saw them a whole bunch of times. They were on that the summer outdoor amphitheater, the Shed tour. But check out this track listing on this set. On this concert rather. So you have Intro Jam, they kick it off with Helpless, Four Horsemen, of Wolf and Men, The Thing That Should Not Be, Fuel, Memory Remains, King Nothing, Bleeding Me, No Remorse, Am I Evil, Stone Cold Crazy, Encore Jam, The Weight, Puppets, another encore jam, and then they close it with Damage Inc. So really cool set list, pull out some kind of deep cuts. You know, obviously it's fairly close to the Black Album, so Stone Cold Crazy, obviously, and they're in London, so they're going to play that whenever they're in London. But I thought it was pretty good that you get, you know, The Thing That Should Not Be of Wolf and Men. They open up with Helpless. I remember on the summer '98 tour in America, they were opening up with either Helpless or Bread Fan pretty much every night. But yeah, The Weight on this one, that's pretty cool. Playing that song. But yeah, awesome live album. Each of these box sets contains one really killer live album. This one is Reloads, and it does not disappoint. I listened to it a little bit earlier today. I still think that one, the Lollapalooza on the Load one, is the best so far. But here's a Fixer artwork. A sticker for Loaded. Fully Metallica, Fully Loaded, it says. You get the booklet with all the James Hetfield, you know, drawings and lyrics. There's some backstage passes on there, and there's some stickers, and all of these pages are basically the lyrics to all the tunes. And as you can see, it says The Plant right there. That's the place where they recorded the album, and that was just, I guess, the note paper that the place had, and he just wrote all the lyrics on it. So that's basically photocopies of all the lyrics. Pretty cool. Here's the booklet, but let's get to this last. You get a Gimme Fuel art poster. Pretty cool. And another really killer thing about these, so you get a lot of the CDs and DVDs. So here we go. We've got Poor Retouring Me, 97 and 98, the soundboard tapes. So I'm not going to read the track listing on all of these. It's a 2 CD set. You guys can go on the website and check it out for yourself. But all of these tunes, they're just maybe a couple of taken from just a bunch of different shows. They kind of put them all on one CD, kind of like Iron Maiden did on that what was it, Flight 666 live album. Just a song or two from each of the shows on the tour. Some backstage passes, Across and Under backstage pass, Poor Retouring Me, Across and Under the stage, another Across and Under the stage, Poor Retouring Me. The next one we have, next killer CD, where'd it go, is Poor Acoustic Me, 97. Bridge School Benefit and Virgin Radio, KSJO's Don't Call Us, We'll Call You. So this, I talked about this on the last box set video. So this was the one when the album came out, like right around the time it came out. I'm trying to see what the dates were. I can't really see. When is it? San Francisco, California, Don't Call Us, We Do. December of 97, so just about a month after the album was released. They did this thing in San Fran. They had Pepper Keenan from Corrosion Conformity, John Popper from Blues Traveler, a bunch of other musicians, and they were just doing this big acoustic jam for the radio. And then I guess you enter the contest, and then you give them your number, and then they call you. And I don't really remember. Maybe you get to ask them a question. I don't remember how that went. I did listen to it on the radio, and 94 HJY in Providence, Rhode Island had it, and I did listen to it on the radio. But yeah, this is it right here. Poor Acoustic Me, 97, all that stuff. And then you get the Shadowcast, discs 1, 2, 3, and 4, riffs, demos, session takes, rough and alternate mixes of all the tunes on the album. So you basically get 4 CDs with that. You get Reload on CD. I wonder what the other thing was that I showed. I guess I should look, but this is Reload CD. So you get some guitar picks. What else we got here? All right, some more cool stuff. You got a deck of cards with each of the songs from the album on here. It's not a full deck of cards, just a handful of cards. And it's got more of those ink blots with the song name on it. And on the back, it's just the Metallica Ninja Star, Unforgiven 2, Fuel, Fixer, Attitude, whatnot. You get the gist, all the tunes of the album on here. In this kind of like card deck. It's kind of neat, you know, something most people wouldn't think about with a box set, but they're just trying to throw a bunch of different stuff in, and I dig it. So we've got Poor North American Me, live at Giant Stadium, East Rutherford, New Jersey, July 17th, 1998. I did not go to this one, but I went to, I think, 8 shows on this tour, 2 of them in Mansfield, Massachusetts, and they would, play a bunch of songs, just with a handful of tunes, and then they would go out and come back, and they'd play 3 or 4 songs acoustically, and then, of course, go backstage again. They'd come back out, and it'd be regular, plugged in the rest of the set. So really cool. See Ecstasy of Gold, Bread Fan, Puppets, of Wolf and Men, The Thing That Should Not Be, Fuel, Memory Remains, Bleeding Me, a bass guitar solo, Nothing Else Matters, Until It Sleeps, King Nothing, Wherever My Roam, One, Fight Fire with Fire. Then they go Low Man's Lyric Acoustic, Four Horsemen Acoustic, Last Caress Acoustic. Then they come back for the final encore jam. It's Sabbath True, Enter Sandman. They close with Creeping Death. That was basically pretty much the U.S. set list, few different songs here and there. We got Devil's Dance. There was 2 nights in Mansfield. I remember the first night it was Devil's Dance, but that was another one that they did. Then you got Poor Australian Me, 1998, live in Brisbane, Australia, April 20th, 1998. So that would have been before the summer U.S. tour. Just would have been that spring after the album was released, a couple months after the album. And it basically looks like almost the exact same set, just kind of a couple of different songs, like the order of the different songs. They basically do the same thing. Low Man's Lyric, Four Horsemen, but Motor Breath acoustic. They close with Battery. They do the Kill Ride medley, which was on a lot of the singles back then. All right, what's next? You've got a couple of really cool ones. You got Escape from the Studio, 97. Live at the Reading Festival, Reading, England, August 24th, 1997. So that was right, and remixes from the vaults. That was actually before the album was released. This was them playing that summer, getting out of the studio. Not going to go through all the tracks. You guys can check it out if you want to, but that's a really cool one. Reading, England. You've got Poor California Me, 1998, live at Shoreline Amphitheater, Mountain View, California, August 30th, 1998, part of that U.S. tour. This is on DVD. Is the Escape from the Studio on DVD? No, it's a CD, right? Yeah, it's a CD. What else is on DVD? All right, so studio shit, music videos, and TV appearances on DVD. Just a lot of music videos, a lot of them being on TV and playing live. A bunch of cool tunes. I'm not going to go through all the tracks, but definitely check this one out. It's called Studio Shit, Music Videos, and TV Appearances. Really, really cool stuff. So What from the MTV Music Awards, I believe that is from. Devil's Dance 1 from the Bell Tolls, Unforgiven 2. Some interviews, really cool stuff. Then you get Poor East Asian Me, live at Olympic Gymnastics Arena in Seoul, South Korea, April of 1998. Kind of around that same month they would play in Australia, so they did that part of the country after the album was released and before coming back to America. Basically same kind of set list. And then perhaps my favorite of this one's on DVD, unfortunately. I need this on audio, so if anybody has this, let me know. I was at this show. This was a free show in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, at the parking lot of the hockey arena where the Flyers play. I've been to a couple Flyers games there, but this is Band in Philly, 97, live at Core Estates Complex parking lot, Philadelphia, November 11th, 1997. We left school at about URI about 7 o'clock in the morning to get down. And we screwed around eating and hanging out and drinking beer. We were all over 21 and decided to go to the show. It was a free show. But we pulled up. There were people saying, hey, you need a ticket. And there were folks, that was a raffle ticket. And we thought they were trying to get money. A couple of the guys I was with bought some anyway, $25. And we didn't need them to get it. It was a free show. I had a horrible spot for it, way off in the back. I could see them a little bit, but not really. I could hear it. They sounded great. One of the things I remember and I thought was amazing is, I know James is a big hockey fan. Well, a couple of, was it Timo Numanen? One of them Finnish guys, like Numanen, Tekkanen, one of those dudes that was on Philadelphia was a huge Metallica fan. So he made the Metallica jersey, and then James put it on. He did the Sports Center theme on the stage. I thought that was really, really cool. But yeah, these are all the CDs and DVDs you get. Again, if you want to check it out, go to the site, check out the track listing. Here it is right here. I mean, a lot of stuff to unpack. Really, really cool. I've said it before, and I'm going to say it 100 more times. Metallica does an awesome job with all of this stuff. Now to the booklet. The second coolest thing in here, in my opinion. So like I said earlier, they ask fans to send in photos and memorabilia and whatnot, and then they put it in, you get a free one. This one, I kind of already looked it over on that first video I did, and a lot of it's interviews. You get a big interview with Bob Rock in the recording of Reload. You get a lot of pictures of the guys in the studio. Just kind of show you guys some of the pictures. So here's like the studio, like the plant, like tapes. You know, like the writing on some of those like tapes that they would do. Different color, different named songs. You get Fuel, Fixer, Martini, Skimpy, Fish Tank, and My Eyes, which were obviously, you know, working titles back then. You get the, you know, the calendar. Again, all the things say the Plant Studio on it, which I think is really cool. I don't know if you can see that or not, but all the calendar, you know, months and weeks have the Plant Studio name on it. That's really neat. Some cool pictures. Randy Staub on the engineering of Reload. More pictures of the guys. I'm not going to show every picture, but I'll show some that I think are pretty cool. This one's cool. You got Jason on vocals. Pretty cool. A lot of interviews with photographers of that era. I think, so interview with Jason Newsted. I knew he had one on this. I saw our interview recently on Instagram or Facebook or one of them where he's talking about the interview he did. He talked about the box set. Really cool picture of Jason right there. But I think this is around the time where they had that little bit of a falling out with, now I can't remember the freaking guy's name, the photographer. Anyway, so you got Anton Corbin, photographing Load. Ross Halfin, that's his name. They kind of had a little falling out with him. Not really sure what was going on, but he doesn't really take pictures of Reload. So there's, what is it? Anton Corbin, there's a picture that he did. And a lot of these are the same, you know, you get that kind of that stuff going on, like what James is wearing, like the bowling shirt, and, you know, just kind of goofy photos like this. Honestly, man, I just wasn't feeling it. I'm not really sure what was going on. I guess I'll have to read the interview. I like Fleming's, not Fleming, fuck, I keep calling him Fleming. Ross Halfin's photo is better. But these are all just kind of like stuff like that, you know. Damn it. Pain in the ass. Just stuff like this, you know, James being goofy, you know. Stuff like that. I mean, it was all right. I guess, you know, whatever. Well, that's dropped half the damn thing. It is what it is, you know. I mean, I'm not super into it, but it is what it is. Danny Clinch on photographing Reload is James and Kirk. The guitars, that green flame guitar that he was using a lot back then. Some more photos. They look exactly the same. Like James is wearing the same freaking jacket in a lot of these. It's not gonna show 1,000 of them. Some cool live stuff. Just them playing live right there. Just cool stuff. So I'm gonna try to get to some of these fan photos and see if my best buddy Jason, he's in here. Speaking of Jason, there's Jason Newsted. Right there, pretty cool. Playing live. Howard King, the lawyer for Million Decibel March, a Reload pre-release party concert. There's them playing right there with the set list. Pretty cool stuff. Tony Smith, the tour manager on the Reload tour, aka Paul Retouring Me. Tony Smith was a long time manager of the band, tour manager of the band, manager, and you know, left to kind of like, you know, spend time with his family, which is completely understandable. There's some live shots of James with that green Flying V, which he was using a lot back then, along with that red, like elk skull in barbed wire guitar, the Explorer. All right, let's go. There's an interview with the day-to-day tour manager for the Poor Retouring Me. Get a lot of cool interviews on this. A lot more interviews than some of the other books. Jeff Yeager, the Met Club guy, discovering Metallica, is basically just like Jeff Yeager. He's a super fan. He just traveled around back in those days, kind of like I did, but he did it way more, and he kind of started to work for the band. Some set lists, tour flyers, and some live shots. Pretty cool stuff right there. So let's kind of try to get in the back here. We're almost done with the book. Trying to get to some of this stuff. This is Dan Braun, the director of the Reload concerts. More photos. All right, that's the last photo I'm going to show. That's not my buddy. All right, let's go. Let's kind of skim back here. A lot of pictures of the band, promo shots, live shots. All right, here we go. Fan pictures. So I've already been able to pick them out. I looked at this earlier when I did the de facto unboxing. But there he is right here, my buddy Jason. There he is with James. He's right now in Europe right now, following the band around, and he texted me, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, and he was super excited. He's got the email and saying, thank you for your contribution into the Reload box set. You'll be receiving your free copy, blah, blah, blah. So he knew he was in it, and that same thing happened to me on the Load one. So it's pretty cool. You get a lot of pictures of, pictures fans took, and pictures of meet and greets and stuff like that. A lot of cool stuff. So yeah, man, that's it. Just, then you basically get the track listing for the entire box set in the back here. So that's it, man. Really cool box set. That's my Reload, unboxing video. But yeah, a lot of cool stuff, man. Definitely check it out. If you're a fan, VK, I know you're going to check this out. I'm not sure if you're going to buy your own copy, but I know you're going to check this stuff out. A lot of cool stuff, a lot of really cool stuff to unpack, especially in all those DVDs and CDs. A lot of good stuff. Check it out. It's all on streaming, Apple Music, Spotify. You can listen to a lot of the live stuff in the demos and rough mixes and whatnot. So drop me a comment down below. Let me know what you think about, not even really the album. Just have you listened to any of the live stuff that they've put out for this? It's really, really cool. Definitely give it a listen. Let me know what you think about it, and I'd love to chat with you guys about it. So yeah, that's Reload box set. Glad I finally got it, and appreciate all you guys checking out the channel, and I'll have another video very soon. Enjoy your weekend, everybody.